All right, what's going on? It's Cody. Just a quick disclaimer here before the episode starts today. I'm a moron and forgot to focus the camera, so everything's just slightly out of focus if you're watching on YouTube, but it's one of our favourite episodes so far, so enjoy. Peace.
Monkey.
Got you, fam.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, baby.
All right, welcome back. The Barflies Podcast, episode 4, a month, the big month.
The big episode 4, week 4. We've done a month of this now. Growing every week.
I would say so.
Every week.
Not physically. Haven't done that for a good, 6 years.
You.
Grown.
Oh. That sounds like a you problem, mate.
It's a big you problem.
Yeah.
Good thing I'm not pursuing like an NBA career or
No.
anything.
No.
Your tips went well last week in the rugby league. We won't get too into it, but as a podcast that prides ourselves on our rugby league knowledge,
I went none from 4 in my predictions I made last week, and in my own personal tipping. Yeah, I went Manly, let down. I said Penrith, they would coast, let down.
We all thought Penrith would. They did.
I said Titans for an upset, almost. And then I said Newcastle. And that was kind of almost right, but they still lost. So, yeah, that's pretty average from me, to be honest. It's pretty shit.
Yeah, look,
It's pretty bad.
It's pretty average.
Yeah.
It's average. We'll cover it later in the episode. How's your week/weekend?
Pretty good. Pretty good. I had a few beers as well on Saturday night.
Won't get too into the logistics.
Yep. Watched United play. CR7, the re-debut.
Big.
And I was pretty pumped.
It was a good weekend of sport, actually.
It was a fantastic weekend.
We've got the
of sport.
AFL on in the background today as well.
And capped off, weekend of sport capped off by Daniel Ricciardo winning the Italian Grand
I
Prix.
saw that.
Good on him. Good. What a
There you
week. What a week.
Unreal week.
What a week.
Great week to be Australian. The weather was... I love talking about the weather. I talk about it every week.
Yeah.
It's my job as a bartender.
Yeah.
Fucking unreal on the weekend.
Oh,
is the only way to put it.
was top notch.
27 and sunny.
My prime conditions is about... Usually, my favourite conditions is like 27 to 33. And you're in that kind of... That region. And there was even a nice little
breeze.
It was you couldn't really get any better.
We had a bean air yesterday. We were sitting in the shade and it was just...
It was heaven.
It was.
It was heaven. Yeah. Yeah, it was... Couldn't fold it. Couldn't fold it.
It makes me very excited.
For summer.
The countdown's on.
For summer. It's kind of started, to be honest. The first hot day of spring is summer.
Yeah, it's summer.
Summer.
I would say we're into summer. I'm wearing long sleeve today, so it's going to be shit weather this week.
It's because there's a few clouds about.
I think when the pubs open, that's the official starting of summer. Or daylight savings. Which is
daylight savings.
What,
actually,
2 weeks, 3 weeks away? Oh, wow.
Yeah, daylight savings. You're kind of right there. That is kind of the unofficial start of summer.
The overwhelming urge to drink every night at like 6:30 when it's still sunny.
No.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like those first few days of daylight savings and it's like 6:30, 7, sun's out, sun's still out.
That's just why like places like the office are so good.
Yeah.
In Manly, because you can just rip and tear.
The office in Manly is...
It's just...
Dude, it's gonna be insane. Is tomorrow the first day? It is.
Yeah.
Tomorrow's park drinking day.
Yeah.
I don't think we will.
Nah.
I was being serious then, but are you planning on drinking tomorrow?
I don't know yet. I don't know.
Play it by ear.
I don't know.
Look, yeah, you're probably...
Nah, I need to get my vaccination passport sorted. I got double vaxxed, but I haven't done my passport thing yet, so I need to do that.
What do you have to like? Does it take a lot of mental stress to not tell everyone that you got Pfizer? Or
yeah, no, I just don't want to tell everyone that I'm essentially a bit better than them.
Yeah,
no, it doesn't. I was pretty quick though, like because double appointment, not as busy as the first one. Kind of just ducked in. There wasn't as many people. Got out, got my chocolate, got my free bottle of water.
Do you have a chocolate and a free bottle of water?
Yeah,
I'm going to the wrong medical center.
Yeah, I know it was pretty good. A little Lindt chocolate. It was Lindt chocolate as well.
The best.
The good stuff.
Like one of the balls?
Nah, it was the little square things.
It'll do.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say no.
Yeah.
That way.
Yeah, it was good. Bottle of water.
Mm.
Kick back. Nurse told me, she's like, relax your arm. I'm like, it is relaxed. Just couldn't help it, mate. muscles like this, you know, they're just constantly on the flex. So
Just relax. Yeah. I am relaxed.
I am. I swear I'm relaxed.
Yeah,
No.
I'm not
And
flexing.
definitely because I wasn't scared to get it.
Excuse me, sir. You don't need to take your shirt off.
Yeah, I just said roll your sleeve up. So why are you naked?
So please wear your pants back.
Oh,
my
sorry.
bad. Yeah, my bad.
Sorry. Speaking of the office and drinking, though,
Segway alert.
segue. Beer of the pod today, Modus Brewing. They're a brewing company out of the Northern Beaches, Mona Vale. We have
Vale,
had
born
these
and
before.
bred myself.
Yeah, you are.
So
Actually.
you could say there's a bit of similarities about me and this beer.
Pretty. I have tried this before. I can't remember trying it, but I
love
know
this
I
beer.
have. You're a fan.
I love the Blue Modus. It's sensational. Today it's 1:42 this afternoon.
Modus Parallel.
We initially planned to record at 11 o'clock this morning.
Oh.
A couple of barflies were feeling the residual effects of we'll say it was a larger than average. Larger than, I don't know.
Few too many Zoom beers.
A couple too many Zoom beers. And here we are. So it's 1:42.
Yeah.
Acceptable time to start drinking.
I think so. As well, very cool can.
Great drop. The metallic can has got us again.
Well, I mean, all cans are metallic, but I mean, that like metallic-y
Well, the aluminium.
like style, yeah. But I mean, like the style of like the color and whatnot. You could say it's like a metallic.
You could, but I feel like it's a predominant feature in the last 3 beers
Yeah.
that we've had.
That
Bucketies one last week was sensational.
Yeah, that was.
I had another one. I had the second one you did as well.
Yeah,
I think,
watching
when
the footy.
the Manly Melbourne
Yeah.
game, and it was unreal.
Yeah, it was top notch. This is delicious.
This is a great beer, isn't it? I didn't know. Like, I knew that Modus Brewing was in Mona,
Yeah.
but I didn't. Yeah,
Independent.
Yeah, no,
Independently
I've
owned.
been there. I did trivia there one night.
We actually know not to name drop, but we know the operations manager there used to be our ops manager.
We do, don't we? Yeah. Oh, did I tell you about this story?
Go.
So this chick comes into work here.
Yeah.
And I was downstairs in the cocktail bar, and I had my jumper on from the club.
The club.
Our previous
Yeah.
job. And she goes, "Oh, you used to work at the club. Do you know Warwick?"
So and so.
Doesn't matter if I say his name, does it?
It might be his real name, or it might not be his real name.
Look, yeah. Anyway, I go, "Yeah, I know Warwick. How do you know him?" She's like, "Oh, I work at Modus with him now."
Oh.
And I was like, "Oh, sick." So anyway, I was there for trivia one night,
Yeah.
like a couple weeks later, and I was like, "Oh, hey, like you're that chick I ran into you at
Yeah.
Narrabeen.
Yeah.
I know Warwick." And she's like, "Oh yeah, blah blah." And I was like, "Oh, I'm Cody, by the way." And she was like, "Yeah, I can't remember her name. Like,
Yeah.
I'm Rebecca."
Yeah.
And then like as I've gone up to like grab my drinks that she just poured me, she thought I was like going to shake her hand.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
Oh no.
I was like, "Yeah, cheers." And I like went like that, and then she shook my hand, and as soon as she did it, she was like, "What?" Like she knew it. I thought it was funny. She was like, "Oh, that's so embarrassing." I just felt so sorry
That
for this
actually
poor girl.
hurts to like hear because I'm visualizing that, and that is just like so fucking
Poor girl.
awkward.
Poor girl.
You can only laugh in those situations.
I thought it was
though.
hilarious. I mean, I wasn't the one.
That is funny. Like you can only laugh because if you act embarrassed, it is more embarrassing.
It's more embarrassing.
You just got to try and laugh about it, but that is just.
It was bad. I do
That's
the
like
ones.
something from like a TV show or
Yeah,
something.
yeah.
Yeah.
I do the ones all the time when, like, yeah, or like when you're being served at a store
Mm.
and they say like, "Oh, have a nice arvo," and you're like, "You too," or something,
Yeah.
and they're
That's
like,
not, yeah.
"No, that's not." I'm trying to think of a better like one that actually happens.
Like when.
You know what I mean? When you say the wrong thing back.
Yeah,
I always
like
can't-
say if you've said it to like a front desk worker at like an airline, they'd be like, "Have a good flight," and you'd be like, "You too."
Yeah. Okay. There we go.
But that probably happens all the time.
I did it to like someone at the IGA the other day,
Yeah.
and yeah, you just gotta kind of gotta laugh it off.
Yeah, just head down. Just get out.
See you tomorrow because I'm there all the time.
So it's better sneeze. Speaking of IGAs, I have noticed something, and I'm really enjoying something about the lockdown, which is the local shops thriving. So your set of local shops, most suburbs have them, or are in close proximity to the next suburb's local shops.
Correct.
My suburb I live in has an excellent set of local shops, and just the suburb itself like a lot of the food, like because there's a big Italian community, so we've got like 3 proper delis, 3 pizza places, and camera's not recording.
I wonder how long that's been like that for.
Where was I?
Your local shops.
Okay. So local shops. So yeah, lockdown. One thing I've noticed I really enjoy and like is the fact that the local shops, which everyone has or is in a good proximity to their next suburbs local shops, are getting such a good run. And the good thing about it, everyone's so friendly. You get to know them, they recognise you, you recognise them. Like I know from my suburb, like there's a big. Like the shop, we've got like 3 proper full delis because we've got a big Italian community. There's heaps of pizza shops. They got the fruit market, got the IGA, got the fish and chip shop, got the Liquorland, got the mate. We got a good range.
Yeah.
But now that especially I've been going like usually go up to the shops to get a coffee like once a day or whatever. Mate, you have a little convo with your barista. You see a few locals that are always down there. Like, just instead of going to the mall or something, go to the fruit shop or the IGA, like, the people there know you.
Support the local businesses.
Yeah, it's good.
I like doing it as well.
I've noticed that I've really kind of liked...
the community?
And, like, just the little interactions you have because they start, like, recognising you more.
Appreciating those things is good.
Yeah, it's good.
But in saying that, I think a lot of people, like, don't talk to their local...
No.
Like, I know me and you both do it.
Yeah.
We're always one to have a conversation with whoever's serving us.
Yeah.
Even if we've never been served by them before.
Yeah.
But some people just kind of like head down to the shops.
No, I like
head home.
Like the guy at the Liquorland, they ID me, but I didn't get ID'd a few times and I've been there.
It's probably because you shaved your beard off.
Yeah, but I get like they don't really do it anymore because I get recognised.
You're there all the time.
They know me.
Yeah, the other night I was at IGA and the kid who always serves me I sound like an alco, but like when I go in there to buy alcohol, he like recognises me because same thing. I've been there a few times, and then the other night he swapped the register and this chick came on, and I don't know. I'm not going to slander this girl, but she was pretty annoying.
Yeah, right.
She's one of those girls like screaming across the shops at her co-workers and stuff, and just like
bad service, bad customer service.
Yeah. Anyway, and then she was like, "Oh, can I see your ID?" And I was like, "Oh, I like don't have it on me. Is like this kid knows me. Is it sweet if?"
Yeah.
And she's like, "No, mate, you got to go get it." And I had to walk home and get it.
Do you not have it on your phone?
No, because it's a new phone, so it wasn't logged in. So yeah,
mate, stitch up.
I know. Well, I thought I thought it was on my phone.
Rules are rules. But
I'm not having a go.
Also,
I was a little bit salty.
Yeah,
I was like, dude, this kid he knows me.
Yeah, and you thought he might have given her the tap on the arm.
Just like, yeah, he's sweet.
Oh well, that sucks. Yeah. But yeah, no, like I know at my shops, like especially the coffee shop that we used to go to, the deli there, like they know my order, they know my sister's order, they know my brother's order. My mum doesn't drink coffee, so like, if we go and then there's like one of us is in the car or something, I'll be like, yep,
they know,
and they know,
yeah. Well, it's like us here, knowing all the locals, orders and stuff,
yeah. But it's pretty.
If you don't talk to your local barista, I think you should start. Things like that, you always feel good walking away from them. Having a chat with someone.
Even just saying good day, just even if you get their name, you get their name. You don't have to have an overly intense or big conversation, but just I
like complimenting people, like if they've got a cool like jumper on or something.
Yeah,
I
don't really do that, but yeah, like the guy at Stay Grounded.
Yeah,
we're friends.
Oh, he knows you.
Yeah, he knows me.
Dude, I've only just started surfing, as we touched on a couple of weeks ago, but I've noticed that like the surfing like culture, it's a big just like talking to randoms culture.
Yeah.
So like if I'm going to go and like check the surf or whatever, if someone else is there checking the surf, generally speaking, they'll start talking to me.
Oh,
but at the same time, I have fucking no idea.
So
about
surfing. You got nothing to say to them about it.
No, they usually talk to me, and I'm usually like, to be honest, I just started.
Yeah.
And they're always like pretty like, oh, okay, like this means this or whatever.
Do they explain it to you?
Yeah. Right. The other day, this little grommet came up to me. He would have been like 8 or 9, just like a real super confident kid.
Yeah.
It was pretty funny. You know that video where he's like, I came down, smacked the lip.
Yeah.
So this kid, he's like telling me how he's got really good like paddle power. He's like, yeah, dude, if I was over there, I would call that way for sure. I was like, yeah, dope. Same thing. This kid's got
What's your paddle power like?
Fish out of water, mate.
But your teeth's good.
Mate, look at these cannons.
Yeah.
I'm like a boat. I'm that quick. And this kid, he was like, yeah, dude. He literally said it verbatim. He was like, yeah, I would have just hit that, smack the lip, whoop, bang.
Oh my god.
I lost it. It was that funny.
That'd be so good.
He must have seen the video. Surely he didn't just say, smack the lip, whoop, bang. Or is that what
Oh,
surfers-
mate, I don't know.
No.
I wouldn't, yeah. You should have more of an idea than I do because you've been surfing a lot more than I have.
Mm.
Are you still going twice a week?
No. I go like one. I try to go at least once.
Man, I've had plenty of failed commitments this lockdown. Like my coffee, my no caffeine.
Was that the commitment that started this morning and ended at midday?
It ended within the first hour and a half of me waking up. So that was good. So, yeah.
A classic Zander performance this morning.
Yeah. Just vintage. It was absolute vintage.
I wake up, Zander not active on Facebook. I'm like, can we do 12? I don't hear. We're supposed to be here
No,
at 11.
you said 11 and then I said...
I said 11 yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
And I woke up this morning and I said 12.
Yeah.
Didn't hear from you until 11, and then you were like 12:30.
And then came 15 minutes late.
And then was 15 minutes late, and it's now.
I got the beers, though.
You did get the beers.
Yeah.
So really, I can't fault. Technically, you were only 10 minutes late. That's it. You technically didn't do anything else.
But
wrong.
there was a fucking fair bit of muck around that coincided with me being 10 minutes late.
Mm. Yeah. We like a bit of muck around, though.
Bit of carry on.
Doesn't sound like us at all.
No. Were you getting in the water the other day? Like you were just taking a dip in Antarctica.
It's like 20.
It's like 27 degrees outside. Like the water's like not even that cold. Like you were literally like knee height deep as well. And you were you were pretty much screaming. Like, are you alright,
mate? When you're as like this skinny, you feel it more. It goes straight to your bones, mate.
On. Yeah, righto.
I got no insulation.
Insulation. Fucking carry on.
Look, I'll publicly admit I carry on a little bit. It is what it is.
Shocking.
I still got in. Still went
Huh?
in.
You still went in, admittedly.
I still swim. I swim heaps as well. It's just, I don't know.
Fair bit of Daniel Craig about you when you come out the water, eh? Eh? Shirt off, guns out. Flip the hair back.
Is that bloke got sunnies on coming out of the water? Where do you pull those sunnies from?
Yeah.
We should do that one time.
That big rig coming out of
Is that
Moto coming out the pool.
That rain outside's quite nice, isn't it?
Yeah, just started. Yeah, there you go.
I
Not to get sidetracked.
Yeah.
Not to get sidetracked.
It's look, one of our friends said we get sidetracked a lot in the podcast.
Yeah,
I feel like, and you said it well, it comes with the territory.
Yeah, it comes with the territory.
And we usually circle back to what we were originally
Yeah.
talking about.
Mm.
We might just explore 5 different side streets in the meantime.
Yeah, but we get back to the main road.
We don't have Google Maps on.
No, it's all vibe. But we'll try our best, listeners. We don't mean to get sidetracked and get carried away, but like we said, comes with the territory and it just happens. And if you can't keep up, don't listen.
We
No,
get
I'm kidding. Please listen. We need you
If
to
you can't keep up.
We need you to listen. So please, that was a joke. Keep listening. We love every single one of our listeners.
We love you all.
National and international.
I wonder who our most accredited listener is.
I don't know.
Do you reckon it's your mate or my mate?
I reckon it might be my mum. She probably listens the most. She probably listens.
Louise is probably our biggest fan.
Yeah, she follows. She watches it like 3 times. She likes it. So
Shout out, Louise.
shot. There you go.
Sorry for watching Binge last night. So you couldn't.
Mum, that was Cody on Binge last night. By the way,
Sorry.
I got a call. Oh, why is the Binge not working? And I was like, oh, fucking Cody must be on it.
Like I said, I only watched like 20 minutes, so she must have just got me at a bad
I'll
time.
tell you what though, I've got a couple of those streaming accounts, and I probably use Netflix the most, but I have something to admit that I have been doing the last week and a bit. It's pretty. I thought I was a bit better than it, and
I don't know where you're going
and
with
it
this.
turns out I'm not. I started watching The Big Bang Theory, and I'm enjoying it. And I actually laughed at it a few times, and I feel kind of disgusted in myself because it's not that funny. But there's something about it that I just can't stop watching. And now I'm 3 seasons in, and it's been 10 days. So I need some help. I'm asking for everyone's just support.
Reach out.
Reach out.
Is this what's making you late for the pod?
Yeah, I was up till like 2 a.m. last night watching Big Bang Theory. Like,
Is it like shameful? Is it considered
Go to
shameful to
bed.
watch Big Bang Theory?
a little bit. It's like when you watch it, you're like, it's not actually that funny. And all the jokes, it's the same jokes every episode.
It's the same as How I Met Your Mother, kind of. I think How I Met Your
Yeah.
Mother is considered a bit more.
Yeah. But I mean, like, it's the same jokes every Big Bang Theory episode. And I can't help myself. And I've just started. And to the point where I actually kind of I'm starting to like the characters.
I don't think there's any shame in that. Or if there is, read it and weep.
It's wrong.
Read it.
But
and
it's
weep.
like I have things to do, and I'm wasting my time, hours at a time, watching this show.
I think that's one of my problems with TV shows is I feel like I'm wasting time. Take that with a grain of salt because I'll spend 3 hours on TikTok without blinking an eye. I also I laugh out loud to TikToks a lot.
Oh mate,
Like I'm an audible. Like I will piss myself
I
laughing at
started
TikToks.
screaming laughing the other day watching a TikTok. Like I thought it was so funny. Like I actually, and like some of them are so uniquely funny that I couldn't actually tell you why I'm laughing so much. But they're just funny, and like I'm just literally losing my shit.
I'm
watching
the
it.
same. It'll be like 11 p.m. and I will like laugh. You know when you laugh real hard, you have to put your phone down.
Yeah. Like it's just ridiculous. Like one of them's just like this guy eating these drumsticks. Like, I think I sent it to you. And it's not even funny, but I don't know why I'm laughing at it. Just
And then when you get in a bit of a mood,
yeah.
you get in a bit of a mood, you just keep laughing.
If you get like two funny ones back to back,
Mm.
and you just can't stop.
I've got to say, your segue ability in the podcast is next to none.
What do you mean?
You have some of the great trends. I didn't want to interrupt your story before.
Yeah.
It's a couple of great transitions.
Yeah. Look at us, hey.
Zander, Russell.
Mate,
Hopefully an HD video for the full.
in HD in 4K, you can see our.
I hope you can't see the coffee stain I spilled on myself on the way here. I didn't wear a
I
dirty
can't
shirt.
see
It's on
it.
my white shirt.
Oh, I can see. But yeah, you might be able to see that in HD. Who
Don't-
knows the limit?
It
The
was
limits of HD are unknown. When something's in HD, that's just it's next level. Like
That's
you wouldn't watch normal swine digital TV if you have HD available. Would
No,
you? Yeah.
that would be considered
And,
blasphemy.
yeah, and like we're better than that at the Barflies podcast. We don't want simple 240. What's it? What's the thing on
Yeah,
YouTube?
I don't know. Yeah, 240
We're
HP,
giving
I
you some
think.
7. Oh, that's gone out.
I hate how it does that.
We're giving you some 720, 1080 vision.
Look at this. I don't know why I don't just get up with my mic every time. We can just
Yeah.
keep going.
Yeah, we're giving you the good stuff here on the podcast.
We are. I'm going to be getting up to turn the camera on 6 times an episode forever, but
That's all right. That's your heat map. That's your part of your heat map when we.
your heat map when you were setting up this morning. It's impressive.
Yeah.
I kind of like watching you do it. It's very interesting,
Yeah.
the way you set up.
The system.
It's unique.
Yeah.
I've never seen anything like it.
It's just I don't like having the cables all in like it's still a bit messy, but it's
Yeah.
not that bad.
Well, if we had if it was at like one of our houses or something, we could just leave it set up. But we have to take it
True.
you know what I mean?
That's true. That's true. Well, we hopefully are in a new location next week.
We say this every week. Play it by ear.
Play it by ear. I quite like our current location.
This one's it's like
we
I
could
like it up
probably
here.
we could probably put something on there that's not a replay. We didn't put anything up in the episodes before, but
put
there is
the
a replay of was that Melbourne Geelong game behind us from the weekend. But we could put the Barflies.
I was going to say put the logo up there.
Yeah, put the logo up there.
We could.
Woo knows?
Are you looking at me like, do it? Like it's something.
A little bit.
Is that coming up with ideas that then become my problem?
Yeah. Yep. That's exactly what I'm doing.
Oh.
Right.
I saw this on Instagram the other day, which I thought was quite interesting.
Hit me.
Mad Monday rugby league players starting 5.
Yeah. Does it? Can we just say Australia wide
Okay.
or exclusively?
Yeah.
Because I have someone I want to throw in there.
Okay, who?
Carl Stefanovic.
Yeah.
And this is also on the back of that interview with that
Oh,
family
sensational.
who offered him to come round and have. Although I don't it's a bit. Come on, mate. You just got your kid back, and you're saying to get on the beers and get on the
brown bagger.
bagger.
The brown bagger.
But
Little bit
it
of
was
bubbly.
pretty funny. And Carl Stefanovic, if you were having a Mad Monday, he's there.
Joey. Warney.
Warney. Yeah, Warney, Carl Stefanovic.
Joey's got to be. I'd take Joey over Munster and the cheese.
But I feel like Munster and the cheese are a package deal.
Okay.
They're a package deal.
Warney, Carl,
Andrew Johns.
Because
Yeah. Well, although he didn't say better than Lego, but...
that was Matty Johns.
Yeah, that was Matty Johns, but you know what I mean.
Should we...
And no, the photo of him on the skateboard with the hat on.
Mm.
That's unreal.
Sensational.
That's unreal. Who we got?
What about... I don't know anything about AFL, so I can't say anything.
I can't say too many AFL players.
Any cricketers other than Warney?
Oh, yeah, that'd be Rascals on the Bees.
I can't think of any Australian footballers that are that.
Mm.
Correct me if I'm wrong.
Definitely. Oh, but Munster and the cheese, you got to chuck them in. Like, they would just be unreal value.
Oh, what a night. I like the Carl Stefanovic one. That's a bit of a...
Carl, Warney,
Joey.
Munster and cheese, and Joey.
I'll take it.
You happy with that?
Oh, I'm happy with that.
That's pretty good. That's pretty solid.
I'd like to hear some suggestions about it, though, if we've forgotten anyone.
Yeah.
We definitely have.
We'll revisit it if I think of any others.
Mm.
But got to have...
I put you on the spot a bit there.
Mm. We've done all right on the spot.
I reckon that's pretty good.
Honourable mentions?
Honourable mentions in the comments.
Yeah. I'll throw an honourable mention out there. Addo Carr. A lot of Storm players, but there are a few characters in that team.
But are we just thinking that because they were in the spotlight last year partying?
Yeah, but
Welch?
dude, Addo Carr, how do you not want a character like that around when the beers are flying? Are you serious?
Oh, he'd be good.
Like,
wouldn't he?
speaking of him being such a character that he got banned as being a ball boy.
Oh.
Like, why would you not want that kind of carry on and energy? You know, that's what you want.
Zander Russell segue, ladies and gentlemen.
There you go. Sorry.
Live in the flesh.
There you go. Thanks for
I'm going to
coming.
stop commenting on it now because they're that good.
Thanks for coming.
That was hilarious. I saw that this
Yeah.
morning. He got so pumped about the boys scoring,
That's huge.
he got made redundant as a ball boy.
That's just unreal.
Back to the stands,
That's
Fox.
just unreal. Like, honestly, you can't fault the bloke for that. That is just like that's huge.
Mate, if loving the boys is a crime, tie me up and take me away.
Fucking throw away the key. Fucking lock me up and
Forget
throw the
about
key
it.
away.
Goodbye. I actually had a good suggestion from one of my mates, Jack, friend of the show.
Yep.
As our intro, we should do like a bunch of rugby league
Yeah.
commentary pieces.
Again, this is a good idea, but at the end of the day, it'll be you putting it.
Yeah,
together.
but
yeah.
I really like it though.
I like
So
the
at least-
idea as
I
well.
also like the TV idea.
Yeah.
I just think it's funny that it just then becomes my task.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah. Sorry. Sorry, not sorry.
You're allowed to do the media course.
Yeah.
You fucking idiot.
You've played yourself. You've played yourself.
I've played myself. It's alright. That's why we're here.
No, it's all right.
I mean, I like doing it.
Yeah, exactly.
I enjoy it.
It's not like you hate it.
But you work for me. And you know that.
Yeah, well...
You didn't thank me for inviting you today at the start. I
Thanks
didn't
for having me
introduce
on.
you properly.
No, you didn't. I actually was caught a bit off guard when you started. I didn't realise we were going.
It's weird
Because you
starting...
didn't do like a 3, 2, 1 or anything. You just kind of went, you said it, and I wasn't really listening. And I went, oh, he started the podcast.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
he's off. All right,
Well,
here
it's
we go.
weird because you're kind of we're sitting here doing this anyway.
Mm.
So the point where you go, all right, let's stop dribbling and actually start.
Yeah, like we were having a chat before, and I didn't think you were just going, and then you started, and so the start might be a bit fuzzy, but
I
that
don't
was,
think so.
But that was my fault.
I think it'll be
if it
fine.
is.
I think it'll be fine. And we did start a little bit hot today.
We started hot.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Like you're saying, like it just was a bit out of nowhere.
Yeah,
But I think it's fine.
out of the gates. Boom,
You sent me a
up and running. Yeah.
good voice memo the other night.
Oh.
I actually didn't save it. I tried to save it.
I don't think you can save voice memos. But I think they just stay on your phone until you delete them, kind of.
So Xander's out doing one of his tasks in lockdown, going to Coles.
Yeah. One of my favourite tasks doing a Coles run, usually about 9 o'clock, especially when I'm doing an assignment or something.
All right,
I just need a couple schnecks.
I've got a 23-second voice memo here.
Yeah. Are you going to try and play it into the mic?
Yeah, it'll work.
Okay.
I don't think you said anything outlandish in it.
I hope not.
Next level head noise for me at Coles. Getting into an argument with myself about whether to get some bread rolls that I like to eat, while also trying to cut out too much, because I'm having too much bread. So I'm trying not to eat it, calling myself a fat cunt, while getting some chocolate. Demons.
So
Just unnecessary. Just very unnecessary. Just head noise with myself.
look, we've got enough demons to deal with in lockdown. You shouldn't be having to deal with them when you go to Coles.
That was just ridiculous.
To preface Zander's bread habits, when this bloke brings his own food from home to work, he usually accompanies it with 2 slices of bread.
At least. Yeah, I do love a bit of bread. But I need to cut it out because it's not good to have too much of it.
But like, what's considered too much bread for you? Like, how much bread are you eating per day?
Probably like at least, I'd say 6 slices
Okay.
of bread. Minimum.
And that, like, you're probably eating other carbs throughout the day as
Yeah.
well. Is it like that bad though? What is it?
I
White
don't think
bread?
it's necessarily good for you.
Is it white bread?
Yeah, but to do it every day, I don't think it's that good for you.
Has it got more legs than you cutting out caffeine?
No. Oh, mate, if I can cut out bread and caffeine, I'm going to turn into a bloody... I don't know. That's pretty big for me if I did that. I love both of them equally. But the bread thing was just... That was unnecessary. I was at Coles. And the thing was, I was arguing with myself, but not in my head. I was actually speaking.
It was audible.
It was audible. And there was other people in Coles. Like, it's not like there was no one there. And there was the workers and there was other people walking past me going, probably thinking... Is this guy, like, is there something, what is wrong with this guy? Like, why is this bloke walking around Coles calling himself a loser and like just dishing it out? Who is he talking to? Like,
Well, that's kind of the beauty of having a mask on is you can talk to yourself.
they would have heard me through the mask, I think.
I do it at work all the time, talking to myself.
Yeah.
Usually same thing, calling
Yeah.
myself a fucking idiot or whatever.
Yeah. Not necessary.
Some form of personal slander.
Not necessary.
Not necessary.
Yeah. It was just over the top.
Do you ever, like, when you're at work, it happens to me, it's happened to me a few times, when you are talking to yourself and a customer's at the bar behind you and you've not realised?
No.
It's one of those same things.
I know you've done it.
I've done it many a times.
Yeah. And we did it at the time where we were taught, but it was about the person ringing the bell thing.
Yeah.
And we both went,
that was funny.
And then the lady at the counter was like,
So at our work, there's a doorbell to
Yep.
get let in because there's usually only 1 or 2 of us here at a time, so we
'Cause of
can't
COVID.
serve and manage COVID check-ins and all that sort of stuff. So me and Zander are both busy, and most people that come in know that if we don't answer it within 10 to 20 seconds, we're probably pouring beers or something.
yeah.
So this
And you can see all the customers at the bar from the door.
yeah, you can see them all lining up, and a lady was asking us a question like, which rosé is better, or which white wine's the best? And the doorbell rung for the 3rd time within like 40 seconds.
Yeah.
Which is really quick.
It's
and
really
me and
annoying.
Xander, like, we never react to the doorbell,
And it's a really loud fucking bell.
but
as
we
well.
both reacted this time. We both went, "Oh my god!" like out
Yeah.
loud, and she was like, "Oh
Like,
my god!"
simultaneously as well.
She was like, "Oh my god, I'm sorry if it's difficult." And we were like, "No,
No, not you. It's not you.
And we both felt so bad all night.
I didn't.
I felt bad.
You felt terrible because you were serving
I was
it.
serving
I
it.
was. I just but it was pretty funny.
'Cause
But
we're
then the people who did it when they left, they thought it'd be funny to ring the bell again. Do you remember that? And it was like, and then they would turn around laughing. I was like, you fucking asshole.
Fuck off.
Mate, get a life, honestly.
We love our customers.
When people do stuff like that,
Well, yeah.
get a grip.
I know.
Take
Just
a
being
hike.
menaces.
Just being annoying on purpose.
And they can see that, like, how busy we are at times.
Yeah,
Especially on a Tuesday trivia.
yeah.
Don't get in the way of us on Tuesday
No.
trivia, mate. It's
When
best start of the
we
week.
do the 1.5 hours of work on a Tuesday, it's heads down. You know, all systems go.
It's all systems go.
100,000.
We've got a very well-oiled system. I know it's probably not the best reflection because you guys just get to see our chaotic conversation.
yeah.
But when we work together, it works.
It's poetry in motion.
It's poetry
Simply.
in motion.
Simply.
That's what I would call it.
Simply. It's beautiful.
I kind of miss Tuesday trivia now that we're talking about it.
Yeah.
Never thought I'd say that.
Yeah. Little weekend recap. That's usually because that's kind of another thing of how we kind of got more confident to do this is because we kept on like really enjoying the conversations we're having on like a Tuesday.
Yeah. And we're probably spending a lot more time together without
Yeah.
realizing. Like, spending 8 or 9 hours when it's just us two and there's literally no other co-workers.
Yeah.
The discussions...
And we'd known each other for a while before that.
Yeah,
as well.
yeah, exactly. So it kind of just all came together.
Yeah.
Came together well. And then in lockdown, we were like, dude, if we don't do this now, we're never going to do it.
Yeah, exactly.
So here we are.
So here we are.
I'm enjoying it.
A little bit of history. 1 month. 1 month in, just giving a little recap. remembering how we got here.
The fruition. Look, we've got to stay in touch with the common man.
Exactly.
Got to stay true to ourselves.
Exactly. Actually, speaking of, these weren't expensive. If we're talking about the common man, not too much.
Are they in a 4-pack or a 6?
4-pack. They're $18. Oh no, this was $20, but they're 1.5.
Can we please have a pale ale? I feel like it's just. Would you call it a boutique beer? These boutique sort of local beers. Can you stop putting your beers in 4-packs, please, and put them in 6?
Yeah, I don't know what the go is with that.
Because, like, on what occasion do you only have 4 beers?
Yeah, I don't understand it. I don't understand the 4-pack. Like, it seems like a very like spirit, like in spirits and stuff they do it, and like I don't like it.
No.
I want a 6-pack.
6 is that just because we're used to 6?
But it's
6 is an appropriate amount to drink on like a short prees or something.
But I think maybe it's just because it's not like a big business like a Tui's or a VB, for example. So maybe it's something to do with the cost and like the profit margin. So maybe if they put it in a 4 and they charge a little bit extra.
Yeah, I'm sure they earn
because
way
it's
more.
like the boutique.
Yeah,
Maybe that's.
I
Maybe
would.
it's to do with that more than because probably it costs for more than Tui's to produce 2 more beers.
Okay.
But but also essentially, like, what's the difference?
Well, if
'Cause you're
that
gonna
is the case,
yeah.
can you please also provide us with a 6-pack option? Keep your 4-packs.
Yep.
And give us a 6-pack for like $28.
Because it's only really 4-pack or case.
No, exactly.
That's it.
Can we have some middle ground?
Yeah, I want speaking of middle ground, the great middle ground for beers, Coors, the Canadian beer.
Yeah.
They do a 12-pack
I like
for $28, and it's just sensational. It is honestly.
I hadn't seen it before.
I cannot get enough of them.
I hadn't seen it.
It's just so ideal because you don't want to you can get a case, but it's ideal for like a prees or like if you're going to a house party. I can see it being very ideal.
Yep.
Like I haven't used it for that purpose yet, but I mean like I can see the potential. Like I've had them at home because I like drinking them, but I can see like if I wanted to just have drinks for a night at a house party, if I brought a 12-pack of those, you'd be sweet.
Yeah.
And if you got through them,
That would be perfect for a house party, wouldn't
and
it?
if you got through 12, like I think you'd have a pretty good night.
How good are house parties?
Unreal.
Like,
Unreal.
so good. Like, going to a good house party will almost tip any night out.
Oh, it trumps them immediately. Yeah.
So much fun.
Yep.
The debauchery at a house party is just like,
Oh,
it's unreal.
I know. And
you just
it's way more free. Like it's the vibes are way better. It's more free.
And it's way more social in the fact that you can, like, go, like, it feels more inviting to go and talk to random people at a house party, as opposed to
and there's always like someone's parents there as well. So you have a little classic drunk convo with the parents, which is always good.
My mate he's
Criminal for it.
Oh
yeah.
It's always like, oh, where's Harry? Oh, he's inside talking to their mum.
Talking to the mum and dad.
And you go in and he's always just blind, like
yeah. He's not even looking at them while he's speaking to them. He's like looking. He's like cross-eyed.
But the mums love it, dude. They love it.
Yeah. Whose mum doesn't love a chinwag with your mates?
I was having a chinwag with Louise and Joseph at your 21st.
Mate, Louise is criminal for a chinwag.
Because I didn't know anyone else there.
Yeah.
So.
You knew me.
Yeah, but you were busy being the star.
Yeah.
No different to any other weekend, really.
No, it wasn't just my birthday though. It was other 2 people's birthday. I wasn't the star. It was a good night. It was a good. That was cool actually. We had a triple birthday.
21st.
We had a triple. There was 3. So it was me and my other 2 friends. One of them whose birthday is the same as mine, and then the other one whose birthday is the 26th, so Australia Day, and then the party coincidentally fell on the weekend in between the 2 dates.
There you go.
So it worked out pretty cool actually.
What day? That was a Friday night, wasn't it?
I think it was a Saturday.
No,
it was anyway.
It was Friday because I did maintenance that morning at work.
Okay, there you go.
I was so scared. I went to a gig the night before.
Oh, that's right. You
went to a gig at Boat Shed, of all places.
Yeah.
It was like 35, 36 degrees. Me and my mate went to soccer training, went home, had a shower, went to Boat Shed and saw a gig, and it was so sweaty.
Oh.
It was still like 35 degrees at night.
That's kind of gross.
It was so much fun though.
Yeah.
I crave that now. But anyway, backed up for work the next morning at 7. Like the soldier I am.
Oof.
Look, they don't call me Cody David Goggins for no reason.
Talk it up. Talk it up.
I backed up for work the next day.
Yeah.
I
I didn't carry on about it at all.
No. How unlike you.
And yeah, then anyway.
Yeah.
Then we had yours that night, which was also huge.
Mm.
That was heaps of fun though.
That was so fun. Yeah, that was a good night. I enjoyed myself. Felt very lucky.
I've got a video of you like up on the stage, like living your best life.
Living my best life. Hey? How you
good.
go? Oh, I miss house parties though. God, they're good.
I would kill for
Or
one
free
right now.
houses, like a
Same thing.
Yeah.
Same thing.
But the free's always a little bit more like something weird, like rogue always happens at like a free.
Oh, someone always like, yeah.
Something rogue happens. There's a fly flying around.
They're almost like, again, we always talk about cornerstone of like a young Australian.
Yeah.
Going to house parties.
Yeah.
And just like
Of any young person, just going to a good
being
house party.
a menace at a house party.
You have to do it at least once. At least once.
Yeah.
Being a respectable menace, like not like outwardly being a dickhead. but
Not
like-
breaking windows.
No, but like just being a good time.
Yeah, exactly.
You know. No, it's definitely fun.
I'd kill for that. I wonder how, yeah. Because I haven't been to one in ages. No one really has them anymore.
No.
At least in my,
Or like when
at least
people
in my
when
radius
people
of
move out,
friends.
they have like housewarming parties.
That'd be good.
Oh, frothing that. Unreal.
Very.
Unreal.
Yeah.
Keen.
I'm trying to think of like the best one I've ever been to. But again, those best nights are always just the rogue ones that kind of
Yeah.
happen off the cuff.
Yeah.
So I'm keen to go back to gigs and stuff again.
Yeah, you love your gigs.
Love a gig. It's
You
good
do.
here. We have heaps good gigs here, but it's like there was one night a band I really like were playing.
What's the name?
Liquid Time.
Okay, I don't know who that is.
They're Warriewood boys.
Yeah, right.
They were playing here one night,
Mm.
and I was just like to Tracy, "Hey, I'm just gonna go watch this set." And she was like, "Okay,"
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, you do love your live music.
which is good because I get to like, even if I'm here on a Saturday night, I still kind of get to watch a gig, which is cool.
Yeah, that
at
is
work
good.
watching a gig.
See, that's what's kind of, if I work Saturday nights, it'd be ideal because it's not like I don't enjoy music, but I'm not really interested or I don't know who's playing.
Yeah,
So,
but it's still good. Like the crowd's always
Yeah.
really good because it's always people in their early 20s and everyone's kind of like up for a chat and
Yeah.
like just a good vibe all around here. It's a great place to work. I love it here.
Cody, you get to work on your game as well. You love to try and chat up a few band goers as well.
Look,
You're a criminal for that.
it is what it is.
Yeah.
Like I always say, if having a good time's a crime.
Lock him up.
Says you, mate.
What do you mean, says me?
Yeah, I've seen you put the money reviews on Tuesday night.
On what? On the 50-year-olds that come in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. We'll just leave that there. We'll move
Yeah,
on.
we'll do with that information what you will.
Let's just move on.
Yeah.
Let's just move on.
We need that's where the
Yeah, drill. That was
it's always like a get out of jail.
goodbye.
Get out of jail free card.
All right, well, let's move on.
Should we talk rugby league?
We could.
Do we wanna
I've
get
got
into
one
it?
question. What's parallel park? You've got that written down.
I got
in
this,
our notes
this
here.
was. I wanted to talk about this because I was in your dad's street the other day. That sounded weird. I was just like driving through your dad's street,
right.
and
Okay.
it reminded me of when we were crashing there,
Yeah.
and when we were in our little isolation bubble.
Yeah.
And you made me do that parallel park. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
That was the best parallel park I've ever done. In my
Oh, that
entire
was
life.
unreal.
So it's like a really small spot, and Xander's in the passenger seat, like full G me up. Like, yeah, dude, you can do
There's
it.
so much room.
You got so
you'll
much
fit it,
room.
you'll fit
So I
it,
tried
you'll
it
fit
twice. Couldn't get in, and I pulled back out the third one. I remember like looking out the window. Xander had got out to help guide me, and I was
Yeah.
like, I can't do it. I can't get it. And then Xander was like, no, you can do it. You can do it. And I eventually got in there, like literally with like 10, 15 centimeters either side.
Yeah.
And then afterwards, he's like, there's no way I would have tried that.
Me after getting you to do it, I was just like, there's no way I would have even gone for that. I would have parked across the street in the beach car park.
I was like, are you serious, dude?
You
Fuck
arsehole.
You scumbag.
And the funny thing was, there was like people walking past, and I was like, just like, showing them how it's done.
Yeah,
You know, like,
yeah.
just like pretending you don't know how to drive,
Yeah,
and like
yeah.
you were on your L's or
That's
something.
right. Yeah, I'm teaching you manual.
Yeah.
Scumbag.
I can only drive auto. I can't even drive a manual.
That's pretty funny. Just jig.
Mate, I couldn't even fucking drive a manual down the road and back. Like, honestly,
It's not
I got
easy.
no clue.
Learning manual is like, it's a very not traumatizing process, but it's like it's you and your parent. Like I'm assuming someone.
There's
you
some
usually-
heated moments.
There's heated moments because your mum or dad's like, you're like, what am I doing wrong? And they're like, I don't know. You just got to know. You just got to feel
Yeah.
it. And you're like, what? What does that mean?
Yeah, what does that
Because it literally is. It's just a vibe thing.
All feel.
Probably my parents weren't telling me to like vibe. They
Yeah. I don't know if that's in like if there was like a guidebook to show people how to drive. I don't think it's just go vibe, mate. It's all sweet.
It's in the syllabus, mate. It's in the manual syllabus.
It's in the
Chapter 2, vibe.
It's not in the automatic
Look,
syllabus.
when I'm teaching my kid,
automatic syllabus is point and shoot.
automatic syllabus is 10 and 2, mate.
Yeah.
Hands up here.
10 and 2. That's actually one of my nicknames in a group chat I'm in is Mr. 10 and 2
Right.
because everyone says they rip into me because I drive with my hands at 10 and 2 at all times.
What a loser. You follow the rules.
Yeah.
What about those kids, bro? Where there's one kid in high school
Yeah.
drove an auto,
Yeah.
but he liked to sit with his hand
Oh,
on there.
you scumbag. Don't pretend to be something you're not.
So he used to drive auto, like one hand out the window, like this, one hand out the window, one hand on the steering wheel, other hand, like, it may as well have been on the handbrake,
Yeah.
but it was on the automatic gear stick, the one that doesn't move other than putting it in park and auto.
That sucks.
Music loud.
That sucks.
Yeah, you're a loser, mate.
That sucks. Just, no, like...
Exactly right, mate. You're a fraud. You're a fraudulent.
What are you... You're not impressing anyone?
You're a fraudulent. I know.
It's just...
Like, what are you trying to...
That's just
What are you
not
trying to be, mate?
That's not on. Just know your place.
No, you took the words out of my mouth. Know
Yeah,
your place.
know your place.
If you're in touch with the common man, that's fine. Just
Yeah.
own it.
Yeah. If you're driving an auto, don't pretend you're Vin Diesel. 'Cause
No.
You're not. You're not.
No.
You can't shift gears. It's drive, park, and reverse. I don't know what the other three do. Honestly.
What do the 1, 2, and 3?
I don't know. I got no idea. And there's even a sports mode button in my car, and it doesn't work. I've pressed it many times thinking I would go quicker somewhere. It just comes up with an S, but nothing happens to the car.
Exactly.
Okay?
Bruh, get
It's
your
just-
hand off the gear
Yeah.
stick.
Get your fucking hand off it.
It's not Fast and Furious.
Like, what a joker, honestly.
I know.
Honestly.
I'm sick of it.
I do not endorse him as a member of the automatic community.
No.
No.
They need like in Harry Potter when they're like a half blood.
Yeah.
You need a word for that for like the auto
Yeah.
manual drivers.
I think there is that. My mate has that in his car. It's a manual, but he can put it in auto. There's an auto option.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's in new cars. They have it.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be an auto car that you can put in manual? And
Does that really matter? Wouldn't it be the same still?
I guess so.
No,
But
it's
is it-
manual. It's manual, but that has an auto option.
That's dumb. What's the point of that?
I don't know.
Don't shoot the messenger.
Don't shoot the messenger, mate. I'm just relaying.
I'm in a mood now.
information.
I'm fired up.
Yeah, you G'd up.
I'm fired up, bro.
I'm G'd up, mate. All right. Well, since you're G'd up, we'll use this passion to talk about something that you like getting passionate about, and that's footy. Footy segment.
I thought we were
started.
doing a bacon egg roll segment for a second. I got pumped.
Yeah, you got very excited. Actually, you did try the bacon egg roll I told you to try, like the one with the hollandaise
Hollandaise.
sauce on it.
Sensational.
How good is it?
Sensational.
Crisp roll, good crisp roll.
Yeah, it's not. I quite liked it because it wasn't too big, so it suited my.
It's a great size.
I got an appetite of like a 9-year-old child.
I was kind of hoping that you would not finish it. I was pretty hungry.
You should have played your cards better, mate. You know.
Yeah.
Well, I was hungover as well.
Yeah.
So I'm usually not a big eater when I'm hungover.
But you did say to me you hadn't eaten. Oh, camera's off. You did say to me you haven't eaten for the past 12 hours before that.
Well, the
so-
day before, I ate, and then we started drinking. And
Yeah.
once you started drinking,
Because you're at golf, weren't you?
we were at golf, so
And
we
then you
started
went home and
we
had a
started
few
golf
beers.
in the early arvo, and there just wasn't really an opportunity to eat.
Yeah.
And then after that, I'd had like 3 or 4 beers. I wasn't hungry.
Yeah. And then because you went home and had a few beers, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Look,
Nice.
I would consider the carbohydrates in a beer a meal.
Yeah. Especially when you have enough of them.
I would like to see how many calories you intake, but I wonder how much of it would stay in your
There's a lot.
system.
Beer and wine have a lot of
Do you
calories
actually
in
reckon?
them.
You know how people say you piss it out? Do you reckon you actually do?
No. Piss what out?
Like the alcohol. You know how some
Yeah,
like-
because your body processes it.
yeah,
It's
but
like
how many
yeah.
of the calories do you reckon you intake? Do you reckon you intake all of them? How does it work?
Mate.
You don't. What do you mean you
I
don't?
dropped
know?
science in year 10. You're definitely asking the wrong bloke, okay? This is... You're barking up the wrong tree. If someone wants to tell us how it works, all I know is beer and wine are the two worst for you, like in terms of calories and stuff.
Beer's very heavy calories.
Yeah, beer and I think beer
I
and
need
white
it.
and red wine.
I need it.
Well, white wine I think's worse. than
Maybe I
red.
should just drink like 10 beers every day when I when I'm bulking instead of eating.
Dirty bulk. That would be the dirtiest of bulks. Beers and KFC.
Oh, dude, how you wouldn't even have any energy to lift anything.
Oh, mate. Imagine your toilet breaks.
Oh, I don't want to think about that. Year 10 science, by the way, without going too quickly into it.
Talk about a grog bog.
Yeah.
Zinger burgers and VBs.
That's, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. Scat.
No, we'll move on.
Your body would hate that.
Because that,
Just quickly.
that's disgusting.
Probably the closest thing to a zoo that humans could conjure amongst their own species.
Okay.
Year 10 science.
Or just year 10.
I think it's kind of like a universal agreement. You just don't do any work.
No.
Dude, God help me if I was in year 10 right now in the middle of a pandemic.
In year 10, we had, on our laptops, everyone passed around Halo. And because it was on the LAN, on the same LAN, so we pretty much having like essentially like LAN parties in class.
Yeah.
And all the other classes were like versing each other. And it was a good 3 weeks until the school stopped it.
Yeah.
But like everyone, you'd go out in the playground and be like, oh, fuck, this bloke killed me. Like, say your gamer tag, and be like, that was me. And so you would, like, know who everyone is.
How good was that?
Just based off their name.
That
and
was
you'd
so
go,
good.
oh, how good is that kill I got? You suck. Like, go out in the playground. Man, that was unreal. It was so fun.
It was good. It was almost like it would bring the class together.
Yeah.
Look, if there was any turmoil amongst the peer group,
Because even, like, the nerds, like, people who, like, were, like, teachers' pets were even playing.
they'd get around it.
Like, every single person
It was up their
involved.
alley.
And the teachers were like, I remember our science teacher was like, what are you, like, are you guys sweet? Like, why are you all on your laptops? Like what is doing?
Yeah.
And then,
I'm
like,
assuming someone got caught.
yeah,
Just
well, we
like-
got caught, and I think all the teachers are like, there's something happening.
Yeah.
Like,
They couldn't stop us, though. We didn't have laptops because, unlike you rich boys, we still had,
I got paid for.
one hand on reality. So when we got to go to this was like a special treat for us when we got to go to the computer room.
Okay.
So
yeah.
it must be nice. Anyway, so when we did get to go to the computer room, it was
yeah.
like the teachers they'd say no Halo.
No.
And we'd all just be like, we'll be giving each other the side eye.
Promises.
Yes, yeah, miss, definitely no Halo.
Fingers crossed.
That's funny. We should start doing that. We should bring that back.
Fingers crossed.
You having a big one tonight?
No. Fingers crossed.
Bird. Talking about vegan.
You're not
banners.
turning up. You're not turning up to hungover to soccer again this week, are you? No. I swear.
dude.
Fingers crossed.
One
Hands
time,
behind my back.
one time I had such a big night. It was the night we met you at Stain. Me and Meg
Oh,
finished work
yeah,
and we
yeah,
met you
yeah,
out.
yeah.
And me and you both had soccer the next day.
Yeah.
Or I did anyway.
Yeah.
I legit thought I was going to die on the field the following day.
I vomited on the
I had
pitch the next
self-diagnosed
day.
a heart attack on the field.
I'm
not joking. I was like, dude, I actually think I might have to go off. And then I was like, nah, dude, you're sweet.
Nah.
It was also just a lack of missing the entire preseason.
Yeah, that'll do it.
A lack of missing.
I
was no
I
luck.
threw up on the pitch, and it was like because
What position were you playing?
I think I played everywhere that game. Everyone played it, had a shocker, but we
Wonder why.
like I had like a Coke Zero, a coffee, and a Powerade in the morning, thinking that would undo the 47 drinks I had the night before.
That's usually
And
that's a universal thing that if you have a coffee and
No.
Coke Zero.
But I actually think the real reason I felt so bad, I must not have had enough water the day before. Like, it wouldn't have had anything to do with the drinks. I think I just didn't have enough water. So
was it a
just-
cold day?
Yeah, it
Might have
was,
been cold.
It was so weird. I
Yeah,
don't
like-
know what was wrong with me.
You probably if you just added like I don't know. Usually if you just drink a bit of water before the game,
yeah.
it usually helps.
Yeah. I don't know what was going on with me.
So just so random that would
I
happen.
went on like a huge night, and then I just felt weird the next morning, but it had nothing to do with
Did
that.
you eat before you went out?
No, I don't think so.
It must have been
No,
that.
it must have been that. Anyway, I was on the pitch, and like I was running, and I did like one big sprint, and then I went back to my position. And I was like vomiting, and it was because I had a red Powerade, so the vomit was red, and they were like the other team were like, is that blood? And then the other guy on my team was like, no, he's just really hungover. He went out the night before. And they're all like burned. Like the other team, like all like. And then when I was running along like the wing where their team was, like the bit of their team, I did like I made a mistake, and their whole team was like, lay off the beer, like full sledging me, and I was like, it was pretty funny.
How
to be
good's
honest.
park football?
Yeah. It was pretty funny, to be
Yeah.
honest. Like, they were all riffing into me.
Yeah,
Like.
yeah.
And at the end of the game, I was like, mate, next time don't have so many. He's like, don't turn it. He's like, they were riffing into me.
When
But-
you were vomiting up red Powerade and the guy said, "Is that blood?" You should have just looked up at him and just gone.
Yeah. I didn't want to be there. I really didn't want to be there.
Well, the night before, it all seems well and good. You're like, it's fine. I'll go out. I probably will have a big one. I'm not going to lie, but I'll be home by like 1 or 2.
Yeah. And we also had an astounding amount of injuries during the game. So
It's always the way.
I didn't want to have any. This was one game where I didn't want to have much to do with it, and I played way more minutes than I wanted to. I was like, I don't want to be there right now, but I didn't have a choice.
Yeah, it's
And
always
then,
the
like-
games when you're hungover and the
Yeah.
other bloke that plays your position gets injured and you're like, hell
And then like 2 of my friends came to watch, and like I had like a shocking game, and I felt like it's kind of bad. They came to watch, and I just had an absolute. Well, like our team had a bit of a stinker, but then me, they were coming to watch because like one of my mates' brothers in the team as well. But I was like, oh, I've had an absolute stinker today.
What about the time I came to watch you?
I know when I scored from halfway.
Really scored a screamer. It wasn't halfway, was it? It was
It was close.
out.
It was almost halfway.
Yeah, I would say it was probably like just outside the center circle.
Yeah. Yeah, hit the crossbar.
Hit the crossbar.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say it was the best technique I've ever seen,
No.
but
Well, because that was
you dug it out.
yeah.
It
Well,
was-
there was nothing doing, and I was like,
You were the other team you were versing that night. Biggest
carry on.
just wankers.
They just carry on a lot. I actually know them, and they actually I know them kind of well, and
I know them as well because I went to school with
but
them.
they carry on a lot on the field.
But they it's like
and
they're-
it's kind of you got to respect it because they win a lot, and they have a big passion to win. But when a tap in scored, and you do a sue.
They did for our
yeah.
FIFA players out there that are watching,
Yeah.
the celebration where they hold the pot and they do the stir with the pot.
Yeah.
They did that while running to the sideline where the bench was sitting. And I was like,
Yeah.
oh my God. I went to school with this kid, by the way.
Yeah.
And I was like, he has not changed.
Yeah. But it's also pretty funny,
Again, like you say, they're winning.
and they have won. You can't really argue because if it works, it works. But and we always get clobbered by them as well. So that's probably why you're always like, oh fuck, because they always smash us.
Yeah.
So especially at this one ground, their home ground.
That was where we were that night.
Yeah, they always clobber us
Yeah.
there.
You were doing all right until half time, then you got pumped in the second half.
Yeah.
Happens.
Anyway, fair enough. Fair play. It was pretty funny.
Fair play.
Yeah. Oh, well. So we should move on to rugby league now. Let's because we've been talking for a while.
It's been an hour.
I can't
good.
see
That's what
how
we're
long
aiming
that's
for.
been.
It's been an hour.
It's been an hour.
58 minutes, yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Dude, you full black out when you do this. Hey?
Yeah. Wow. Okay.
I could not tell you. Well, I could. Yeah, anyway.
We'll have to listen to it back. I actually forget what we talk about. And then
Yeah,
we'll
you
listen to
do.
it back,
You do.
Oh, yeah.
Great weekend for rugby league. Actually, it's just great because it was finals. The quality of games weren't that great.
I was pretty upset with the Manly game.
So, if I remember it correctly, we made a bet last week.
Yep.
Everything I said
Happened.
happened.
Yep.
I also sent Zander a voice memo about 2 hours before kickoff on Friday night
Going. I don't know.
saying, I just can't see Manly winning tonight. I don't know how they do it. And Zander replied to me saying, Tom Trbojevic, blah, blah, blah.
Desi has a plan.
Desi has a plan. Desi's plan didn't work.
No, I think without getting into the nitty gritty of the game, Manly they just weren't up for that.
Manly went up for it. In saying that,
Melbourne was pretty dominant.
I think anyone could have played Melbourne on Friday night
Yeah.
and would have lost. Melbourne were unreal.
They
And
were pretty electric.
what have I been saying this whole time? Just trust Craig Bellamy. Whatever he's doing with Pappenhausen, just trust it. And look, right at the perfect time. This is Melbourne. Humming.
Amazing. Yes, and then
Good to watch. Munster was
but
unreal.
I was like, this is going to be probably one of the best games of the year. Or we both thought it was going to be. And they just Manly
was
just
over in
Manly,
20.
yeah. They just weren't there, and even as good as Tom Trbojevic is, and he can we've seen him make an impact from, one literally their 10-meter line, and, but in a game like that, a finals game, even if you look at the Origin games, you got to get a strike player like that. It's not going to happen for you like that in the finals game. You got to get a strike player in a position to make the difference they can.
Two strike.
Yeah,
if
and
you
then
will.
they just didn't do that. At no point really did they have enough field position to get a player like Tom or any of their strike players to make a difference.
Well, that's what Melbourne do, isn't it? They just grind you down. They just play until you make the error. They just grind you down all game. Munster is the biggest big game player in the NRL. I will not hear otherwise.
He loves a big game.
It's like, oh, hang on, this matters today. All right, well, I'm the best player in the comp again.
Yeah.
Oh, surprise, it's me, Cameron Munster, best player in the comp.
I'm back.
Here to ruin your night.
I'm back.
I'm back, dude.
Yeah,
I'm going to drink 60,000 beers after it as well.
He was so...
That 40-20 he kicked at the end as well. Like, what are we talking about?
Pretty impressive
And then Pappenhausen right at the end. Oh, hang on. We're up by 5 tries. Here's a 2-point field goal just to practice for when we beat you again in 3 weeks.
It's just impressive stuff, really.
It's good to watch.
Oh,
It's as someone who supports a shit club, it's refreshing to watch a team play good rugby league football.
It is. And on the thing that you said about the errors is, like Manly, when they versed in that game where it was like 26-18 where they lost and everyone's going, oh, they spread the ball and they offloaded. They probably tried to do that too early. Like, that's how that first try they scored. Like, they're trying to go wide. They made an error and... Was it Loomy?
Yep.
Picks it up. Or no, it was Brandon Smith picked it up, passed it to Loomy,
yep.
and then he scored.
Yep.
Like, trying to go too wide too early. Like, it's the same in an Origin game. Like, unless you had the field position to do it, like, you don't in your own half. Like, they just, what do? First 3 or 4 they just up the guts. Like, you go, like, that first 10, 15, like, unless you have the, position to do it, like, you just,
do you watch?
Game like that.
Do you watch About Even? It's the betting show that the Hello Sport Boys do.
No.
They have a guy on there who's a professional punter.
Right.
And every week he does a segment where he unpacks something about rugby league.
Yeah.
He did a segment a couple of weeks ago where basically he was talking about how the good teams, they try and score off every tackle.
Right.
And he's like, watch out for it. Like, now that I've said it, look out for it in the next couple games and you'll notice it. And I've been looking out for it. And the Tigers and the Dragons, teams like that, they'll be 30 out from the line, still taking hit-ups. But teams like Manly, Penrith, South, Melbourne, they try and score off every single tackle because they just back themselves to do it.
Yeah.
And, like, it's the difference. I just thought it was really interesting. You should look out for it this weekend.
Or a team like the Panthers can, and Melbourne and the Rabbitohs can do that. And Manly can do that as well.
Manly can do it as well. They just try and score, and it's the difference between them and the rest of the comp. But it was, I was elated. I do really, I know I'm a Tigers fan, but I really, really like Melbourne. I love seeing them win. I cannot stand Manly. And their Lippy supporters are silent for the first time in
a couple
4
weeks.
months.
Yeah.
So,
all right, let's move on to the next game.
What was the early game?
The early game was the Roosters Titans, and Sam Walker, 18 years old, off the bench, huge impact, field goal, try-saving tackle. And I mean, the Titans, maybe if he throws that pass, do they score? Maybe. Like that very last play.
The Titans could have won.
Way for the Titans.
Could have won.
But Sam Walker pulled off a huge tackle, kicked the field goal. I mean, and coming off the bench, he did that.
He's a good player, dude. It's kind of depressing that he's 4 years younger than us.
Yeah, and it's weird that a young player like that is already in some of these really big moments turning up.
Just the confidence to do
turning
it.
up. And throughout the year... Like, yeah, he had a few quiet games, but it doesn't mean he's necessarily played bad.
No.
Like, he's played halfback, although the Roosters have played well as a team, but, like, he's been an integral part of them playing well.
He's been unreal. I can't wait to see how
Drew Hutchison playing well, too.
He had a good season. I can't wait to see how Sam Walker's career unfolds over the next 5-10 years.
It'll be interesting.
Looks like we're kind of seeing a really, really talented halfback come through for the first time in a while.
I think next year he might play a bit less. Like, if you got a few of those players, like Luke Keary coming back.
I reckon he'll play more. I reckon he'll start.
Nah.
He'll get the first shot at the 7, surely.
If Luke Keary's fit, no.
Well, Keary will play 6.
Keary's their 7, though. He started the season at 7.
Yeah, I know, but now with the emergence of Walker, I think it'll be Walker and Keary.
I think Hutchison will play 6.
You think Hutchison will play 6? Okay.
Or maybe they might play Manu at 6 if he stays.
He'll stay.
I don't know
They've got money for him now. So.
Yeah.
But I don't know. How much do you reckon he actually really wants to play fullback or 6? Is there actually much of that rhetoric going around? Or
Manu.
is it? Yeah. Does he just want more money? Because if he's happy to stay playing centre on more money, he'll stay because they've got money now with all the players retiring.
I think he'd be good at 6.
So do I.
I'd like to see that. Like,
So do
Keary and Manu at 6 and 7 would be pretty huge.
You can't.
And Teddy because Teddy's more of like a facilitator. He's turned into a bit more of like a facilitator now in that team. I think the role for him's changed, and Manu's become more of the strike.
What do you mean, facilitator?
Like, well, he hasn't scored. That was the first try he scored since round 4.
Was it? No, it wasn't.
Yeah, it was.
Are you serious?
Yeah. He scored like 10 tries in 4 matches, and then they had all those injuries, and his role kind of changed in the team.
Wow.
But like he just does. Teddy just.
Are
like,
you like actually?
Yeah.
You're 100%.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
like don't believe.
Yeah. No, 100%.
Like, I haven't heard that at all.
100%. 100%.
Wow.
Mm. Yeah.
I would have said that is
No,
mate. That's
no,
blasphemy.
No. 100%.
Okay. Wow, that's a crazy stat.
Yeah. And he's like he's got a different role, like, especially because they need him to be like that real leader. So he with Marnie, that's a big loss for them as well, because he's been a huge strike player. Like, he's scored so many tries for them this year.
He's such a good player, especially through that Origin period where he can cover
every position
and
in the
Connor
back
Watson
line.
next year as well. What are we talking
Yeah,
about?
huge.
I'm going back to hating the Roosters next year. Just letting everyone know, putting it
Yeah.
as a PSA. When they're good again,
Yeah.
I'm saying it as if they're shit now. They came 5th.
Yeah.
When they're like
Get their players back.
when they're
I'm
a
not liking
premiership
them
force
anymore.
again, I'm going back to hating them.
I'm out.
Apologies to all my Roosters fans.
Wait, so who's playing this weekend? Manly
So
Roosters?
Manly. I want to look at the timetable anyway.
Manly Roosters, Penrith. Penrith getting, well, Rabbits just played out of their skin, so credit where credit's due. Huge game for them. Out-defended Penrith. Monster achievement.
Yeah.
As much as I didn't really want to see them.
Didn't see it coming at all.
No.
I didn't. I don't think anyone saw that
No.
coming.
Wow. Good on them. And then you got Para, who didn't do it that comfortably against the Knights. And if I'm being honest, a couple of those Parramatta tries were on the back of, 5 or 4 6-agains in a row
Okay.
in a very short space of time. That would give any team a good bit of momentum. And some of them quite questionable,
Okay.
if I'm being honest.
Okay.
And, yeah, Mitchell Moses had a pretty good game.
He did have a good game. I can't see Para doing anything further from here.
I'm not going to beat Penrith.
I think Penrith will come out this week and absolutely give it to them.
Oh, mate.
I'd be worried if I was a Parramatta outside back this week.
Yeah.
Who's
I just
marking kick out? Moses? Yeah, it'll be Moses and
I just don't think...
good luck, Mitchell.
Well, like, I just don't think Para have the outside backs that those other top 4.
This is what I'm saying. This is what I was saying to you earlier. Like, I think Parramatta are still lacking a player that's like going to take them to the next. Like, Joey Manu would be perfect for them.
Wonga Blake's not the guy.
I thought he was going to be really good, but he hasn't become that.
Wonga Blake's not the guy.
He ain't. You're not that guy, pal.
You're not that guy, pal. You're not that guy.
He's not the guy. So I think Penrith do it this week and they do it comfortably. They make amends for last week.
Yeah.
They'll play Melbourne in the prelims. That'll happen. That's fact. That's rugby league.
Manly should beat the Roosters.
Again, could go either way.
Should.
If Roosters won, it'd be an upset.
I think Daly Cherry Evans will have a good game.
I think Manly will turn it back on.
Yeah.
This has almost kind of worked out well for Manly because now they won't have to play Melbourne again till the grand final.
Yeah. And I could see Manly upsetting the Rabbitohs. Yeah.
So could I. Would it be? I reckon that's a pretty even match.
Yeah.
Latrell, Manly
That'll
and
be a good game.
good game.
So-
Latrell
so-
must be crying at home. Dude.
Yeah. Okay. I'm going to say something. Prediction for the Manly game.
This is
Cherry-
prediction. This is Zander 0-4 Russell, ladies and gentlemen.
Cherry
His
Evans will
predictions.
kick 140-20 in that game. That's how you know Manly are playing well, because he usually kicks 40-20.
Okay.
So that's going to be my prediction.
I like that.
Manly will kick a 40-20. Manly at the line. Whatever it is. It'll be a close game. Travojevic for 1 try.
Back Manly to cover the line.
Yeah.
Yeah, I backed the score
And-
this week as well.
And then Penrith Eels. First half arm wrestle. Penrith blow them out in the second half. Kick out a score.
Blow them out metaphorically and on the scoreboard.
And physically. Yeah.
Yeah, good luck finding value in either of these games.
Oh, I reckon. I reckon the Roosters Manly game will have a fair bit doing on the old sports bet.
Maybe we should come up with a bet every week.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to say Manly game. I'll say Manly. Oh no, that's for the Rabbitohs game. I was thinking.
Manly Roosters.
I'll say I'd still go. If there was a 40-20 market, I would pick Cherry Evans. Travojevic will score.
Overs.
Overs.
I don't know. I don't
Manly
really.
13
I'm going to have to let it
13.
marinate for a few days.
Yeah.
before
Maybe Angus Crichton to score because he's just a gun and I think he could go over.
I
I don't know if Schuster will be on Crichton, wouldn't he?
just.
Or will it be Ulakawatu?
It'll be Ulakawatu on Crichton.
Good matchup.
Great matchup.
Ulakawatu got targeted by Melbourne on the weekend.
Well,
Him and
Manly-
Morgan Harper got targeted big time.
He had a stinker. Big Morgan Harper fan.
Yeah.
But he had a stinker.
Yeah, they got targeted big time.
But that try they scored where Pappy just ran through the gap from 10 out was Cherry Evans' fault.
Yeah,
He
Cherry
ran up-
Evans
he pushed up
didn't
the
have the
line.
flashest game.
I watched
He just
I watched the Bloke in a Bar live stream while that game
Yeah.
was on, which was interesting. It's kind of interesting hearing the perspective of like
a pro.
a pro who's unbiased and not in the commentary, so he
Yeah.
can say what he wants.
Yeah,
But yeah, good rugby league.
good rugby lug.
Is that
Great
it? Have
rugby
we?
league. That's
The Sunday game was a bit of a poo slinger.
yeah,
Para Newcastle kind of went exactly how I thought it would. I went 3 from 4 on the weekend.
yeah. You did well.
So
Yeah,
Zander, the
I
resident
would have loved to
punter.
have just seen Newcastle get up though. I just wanted to see them do
Newcastle
well.
look off the pace.
They are the team with the worst for and against to ever make the top 8.
Newcastle.
Yeah.
What was it?
I think it was like -100.
Minus 140.
Yeah.
Jesus.
That's the lowest for and against to make the finals.
They won 12 games, so they won half their games.
and they still have a
I don't
mo-
know how
like,
they did that.
So they just got spanked in a whole bunch of games. Anyway,
Lost to the
I would
Tigers
say-
twice.
Huh?
Lost to the Tigers
Yeah.
twice.
Mate, they're still not. It doesn't mean Tigers should be in the 8. Brisbane.
I didn't say anything.
Yeah, come on. You didn't have to. Mate, next year, though, Brisbane and Cronulla will be pushing up for that. I'm quite keen for next year's. I know this season's not over, but I saw a lot at the end of this year, like with the Sharks and Brisbane, that I think next year will make it very... And even the Raiders, that I think next year will make it a very competitive year.
I think the Tigers are spoon favourites next year.
Oh, I think the Dragons aren't far behind. Oh, actually, no, Dragons will always win a couple
The
of
potty will
games.
be good next year
Yeah.
when both our teams are just...
Oh, no,
just
I'd
suck
say
balls.
the Cowboys are... Cowboys are going to be...
I reckon Chad Townsend's going to be good for them.
No comment.
I was really against it at the start, but they look like they need some direction. And I think he can provide it.
We'll see.
Not for 700k.
He gets.
mind you.
I think he's a bit overpaid, but I mean, he is a premiership winner, so
Look, if
Fair
I was a Cowboys fan, I'd be wanting to have words with the bookkeeper.
yeah.
Who
I
made-
feel
who
like
signed off on that
they've
decision?
got a lot of cash invested in a small amount of
They've
players.
got 2.7 mil in Val, Taumalolo, and Chad.
That's
And
a lot.
Val's probably
and Michael Morgan.
Val's
before he
not even
retired,
playing
was on a fair
fullback.
bit.
He's going to be playing center or wing next year.
Mm,
How do you get? Oh, dude,
It's a
that's
lot of money.
yuck.
it's a lot of cash.
I'd hate to be a Cowboys fan. With the greatest respect,
Yeah.
of course. At least
Tough year.
Tough
year.
year.
Very tough year.
Madge survived the wet. Not going to get too into the Tigers. Don't say anything. I'm just saying.
How
He
long? How
survived the-
far went? Let's cut you off there. Mate.
He survived the week without getting sacked.
Well done.
So I hope he makes the off season because he deserves another.
He
year.
will.
He deserves another year.
Yeah.
There was so much smoke that I was worried it was just going to explode and
He
he's going to
will.
get sacked.
He will.
Yeah. The Prem on the weekend was good too. It's
Yeah.
good to be back, but back from the Scat international break last
Oh,
week.
Yeah, mate.
Ronnie's back.
Ronaldo back.
Ronnie's back.
Double. I was pumped.
Scat little tap in,
I was pumped.
and his second goal is very good.
Yeah, that keeper got stitched up by the defender though for Newcastle. Like it's coming straight at the keeper, and the guy sticks his leg
Deflected.
out, deflected. And I mean, credit where credit's due. It's a proper poacher's effort. Like it's a textbook follow the keeper in for any striker.
That's
you
what
know
he
what
does.
I mean?
It's what he does best.
Like it's what the good players remember to do that every time.
Yep.
Just in case that happens, and
Mm-hmm.
you know he did that. But yeah, it was good to see him. Who else? There's another big win on.
Chelsea got up 3-0.
Yeah, 3-0. Lukaku got a double, so that was also pretty cool.
Liverpool looked pretty hungry this morning as well.
That guy
Salah, Mane, double
Salah has
goals.
been playing. They're coasting under the radar, which is dangerous.
Did Jota start again this morning? Do you know at 9?
I think he did.
So is Firmino just full on the outer?
Nah, I think no. I
don't
think
know,
I think
mate. Disconnect.
Jota's just a beast.
Okay.
He just add something a bit different, maybe.
Okay.
But yeah,
Arsenal got their first win.
just against Norwich. I think Liverpool are coasting, and I think Salah is also playing sensational. Probably not getting talked about
So
enough.
good. Liverpool flying under the radar a little bit.
Yep,
happy
scoring
with
and
that?
assisting.
Who's starting centre back with Van Dijk?
Matip.
Okay.
When Fabinho plays in that team as CDM, he's such a good player.
Imagine playing 10 amid that triangle of Matip, Van Dijk, and Fabinho. They're all 6'4", and they would all kill you.
Yeah, it would be tough.
Jesus.
It'd be tough.
Who's this bloke from Tottenham that everyone's talking about?
Tanganga,
What-
the right back.
Is he a right back?
Yep. Oh, is he left or right? I think
No, he's right.
He's
He's right. He's right.
Tell
you what.
he's had a huge few games. He got a red card on the weekend, but simply, I don't know if he was. haven't seen the replay, but it was
just-
a bit like a questionable second yellow. But he just shows a lot of passion.
He's just a tough bloke.
Yeah.
He plays hard. He tackles hard. Look, you know what I'd say?
He pocketed Grealish and Sterling.
You know what I'd
in
say?
The first game of the
A
season.
little bit of Cody Bryant about him.
Oh, here we go. Talk it up. Talk it up.
Just got that real aggressive edge.
Just putting big hits on left, right, and centre.
Mate, don't go near that Cody bloke. He'll fold you.
He'll bloody cut you in half, mate.
He'll cut you in half.
Yeah, no, but it was cool to see Palace get up 3-0.
Yeah, it's good.
I don't mind. They're a bit of like a people's club, you know? Like you like to see them get up anytime.
I'm not mad about it.
Yeah.
I like that the Prem's back. It kind of makes the transition from the rugby league final. Talk about a come down.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I know.
The excitement of I was thinking about it today, like how shit it's going to be when rugby league's finished.
Well, I don't want to open up another can of worms because we want to wrap it up soon. But NBA is also coming back.
Okay.
And it's like a massive year in the NBA.
I might have to get into it to get me through the off
This is,
season.
if you're gonna get into it, this year coming up is definitely going to be a year to get into it because there is a bunch of absolute gun teams, gun players in big teams. Like
Okay.
it's going to be a huge year.
Well, there's nothing to watch at work when the footy's done.
Cricket,
Oh, cricket, summer cricket.
BBL.
Yeah. But it's not the same. It's not the same. Anyway.
Oh, should we leave it there?
We should leave it there. Hour and 15. It's
Yeah.
we were flying today.
Decent, very decent.
And we saw each other yesterday. I thought I might have taken a bit of wind out of the sails.
No, you thought wrong. You thought wrong.
Yeah, silly. It's why we do this.
Yeah. I actually didn't bring up a few things with you yesterday because I was saving it for today.
Did you get them all out?
I did.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's weird when we hang out now because we've kind of got to be like,
Gotta hold back.
save it for the pod.
Yeah. Or I might try something, and if you don't like it, I usually don't.
Oh, do you do
No,
that?
no, I don't. I haven't. No, because you
I
always
don't-
laugh at my jokes. So
Yeah,
I
I
get
do.
it.
Biggest fan.
Yeah.
Biggest
So
fan.
likewise, but yeah, no, we I have held back like the Big Bang Theory. Actually, I won't go through it because we should wrap it up. But there's a few things but you do the same and you tell me as well.
I
Save
say
it
it.
for the
I
pod.
say it. I'll start saying something and then I'll go, no, don't worry. I'll say
Or
it.
you'll say it to me.
And I'll say, shut up.
Yeah, you'll say it to me. Be quiet. Save it for the pod. All right, I'm sorry.
Zander trying to sit there in silence.
Yeah,
Like,
shaking.
either of us.
Yeah.
Either of us trying to sit there in silence. I couldn't do it. I can talk to a brick wall, mate.
Yeah, true. Right. All right.
But yeah, thanks as always for joining us. Episode 4 of the Barflies podcast.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Tell a friend. This week, tell a friend if you enjoy the show. So, expecting plenty more listeners.
Spread the word. Leave
Spread
a
the
comment.
good word.
Bully us in the comments.
Yeah.
But yeah, no.
Give me your best sledge. I would love to hear
That's
it.
good.
I would love to
I
hear
might-
it.
If we actually had enough people watching
Mm.
to like get a whole comment section of good sledges.
Yeah. I love getting a good sledge. Anyway, let's leave it there.
podcast.
Let's leave it there.
Yeah. All right.
Thanks
Thank
for
you very
listening.
much. My name's Cody. This is Alexander. Have a good one.
See ya.
Monkey.
Got you, fam.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, baby.